There's a certain kind of quiet that hits you when you're sitting at your desk looking at another article about AI, and for the first time, it doesn't feel like news anymore. It feels personal. Not because a robot is standing next to your cubicle holding a pink slip. It's not that dramatic. Real life usually is sneakier than that. It's the new software your company rolled out. It's the meeting where somebody says, we're going to streamline this. It's the younger coworkers showing you how they use ChatGPT to do in 20 minutes what used to take all day or half a day. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, where exactly does that leave me? If you're Gen X, that feeling hits different because we weren't raised to panic every time the workplace changed. We adapted over and over again. But this one feels different. A lot of us were sold a pretty simple deal. Work hard, be dependable, learn a job, don't complain too much, stay useful, stay loyal, build your reputation. Eventually, that should count for something. And for a long time, it did. We came up in an analog world and had to become digital adults. We went from paper files to emails, from fax machines to cloud storage, from landlines to smartphones, from ask your supervisor to Google it. We survived recessions, layoffs, restructures, mergers, outsourcing, and managers who acted like doing more with less was a leadership philosophy instead of a warning sign. And a lot of us became the bridge generation. We understood the old way because we lived it. Then we had to learn the new way because nobody was coming to save us. So when people talk about Gen X like we behind, I don't buy that. Most of us are not behind. We're just tired. There's a difference. Here's what's really happening. AI is not just replacing tasks, it's exposing which parts of the work were never clearly defined. That's the part people are missing. For years, a lot of value lived inside people's heads. The person who knew how the department really worked, the person who remembered why that vendor was a problem, the person who could calm down an angry client, fix the spreadsheet, translate what leadership meant, and keep the whole operation from catching fire before lunch. That was value. But now, companies are looking at workflows and asking, what can we automate? And the danger is this. If your value is invisible, it becomes easier for someone to assume it can be replaced. That's the rip current. On the surface, everything looks calm. Same job titles, same meetings, same desks, same coffee that somehow tastes like printer ink. But underneath, the current is moving. Tasks are being measured. Workflows are being rewritten. Software is being installed. And little by little, the shoreline is getting farther away. Now, let me say this clearly. You're not behind because you failed. The rules change mid-game. That's what happened. And a lot of people are making decisions about AI that they don't fully understand the human layer of work they're trying to automate. They see the task. They don't always see the judgment behind the task. They see the email. They don't see the 20 years of pattern recognition that told you not to send it that way. They see the report. They don't see the coordination, the context, the politics, the timing, the emotional intelligence, and the let me handle this before it becomes a bigger problem instinct behind it. That stuff matters. But here's the real talk. It only protects you if you can translate it. Experience by itself is not enough anymore. You have to be able to explain what your experience does in a language this new workplace understands. Not just, I've been here 15 years, but I understand workflows. I know where the handoff breaks. I can identify what should be automated and what still needs human judgment. I can help this team use AI without creating a bigger mess. That's a different posture. That's not fear, that's leadership. The opportunity here is not to become some AI wizard overnight. Please don't let the internet make you feel like you need to turn into a machine learning engineer by Friday. That's nonsense. The real opportunity is to become the person who understands both sides, the human side and the system side. Because AI can draft, AI can summarize, AI can organize information, AI can speed up repetitive work. But it does not automatically understand your company's culture, your customer relationships, your team dynamic, your operational landmines, or the history behind why certain things are done a certain way. That's where experienced people still matter. But the move now is to stop seeing AI only as a threat and start asking better questions. What part of my work is repetitive? What part of my work depends on judgment? What problems do I solve that nobody has officially written down? What will happen if I use AI to make my experience more visible, not less valuable? That's where the shift begins. Not panic, not hype, translation. Because if you can map what you know, organize it, and connect it to new tools, you don't just protect your role, you start creating options. Maybe that means becoming the person on your team who helps document processes. Maybe it means learning how to use AI to improve reporting, communication, training, or client follow up. Maybe it means building a side path so if the job changes, you're not standing there flat footed wondering what happened. And listen, I know a lot of people are hearing this and are already stretched. You got bills, family, health stuff, aging parents, a job that drains you, and then ask you to be excited about innovation in a meeting with stale donuts. So I'm not telling you blow up your life. I'm saying take one calm step. Get a clear picture of where you actually stand. Look at your work, look at your experience, look at what AI can automate and what it can't, and where your next move might be. That's what I call an AI money map snapshot. It's not magic, it's not a fantasy plan, it's a way to stop guessing and start seeing your situation clearly. Because fear gets louder when the picture is blurry. Once you can see the map, you can make a move. So if this hits home, DM me the words money maps and I'll help you figure out your next move.